Welcome back to the Chats and Recaps podcast with your host, Sammy.
And Mimi. We're glad you joined us today. So let's get into it.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload.
Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to another episode of Chats and Recaps. And we did not know, apparently, that there was not going to be a Bachelor episode this week, which was a surprise to us because I could have sworn Chris said, see you next week on the next episode, which was supposed to be another male Bachelor. I forget who it was. Nick Vial, I think, was supposed to be the next episode. So for whatever reason, it's not available to us, or it just wasn't aired. I'm not sure. So instead, today we're going to cover 3 other topics, and we're going to cover when we went randonauting. We're going to talk about van life, and then at the end, we're going to give you an update on where we are in our keto diet. So firstly, if you didn't listen to our What is Randonauting podcast, I recommend that you go back and you listen to that. And we talked all about what randonauting is and about the app. And then my wife and I actually went out and did some randonauting on our own. And nothing really bizarre like how I've seen in other people's videos where creepy stuff happened to them happened to us.
Well, that's because
we went to a couple of different locations, most of them in the middle of nowhere. Then we took a break, went back out, and my wife used the intention of a Jeep, and then it took us to a car repair shop, which looks like it repaired like commercial vehicles or something like that. And then every time I tried to think of something, it would take me to the middle of nowhere to this road that is about 20 minutes away from us that is really, really long. Apparently, you can pretty much take the road all the way down to the beach. So I'm not sure why it kept leading us there specifically to the middle of nowhere. But upon further researching, we did find that there is a horseback riding place on that road that we had considered going to in the past. So maybe we should plan a trip to go horseback riding in that area.
Which you love.
We could do
horses.
I do love horses and horseback riding. So I don't know if that was really the purpose of us going out there, but it was definitely interesting to find. And then other than that, nothing else really stood out except that our very first stop took us in front of somebody's home, and my wife was thinking happy chickens, and it took us to this person's home that had 6 sandhill cranes in front, which sandhill cranes are these like really huge birds that we have here in Florida. They are, I believe, endangered, and so it is illegal to hurt them. So
why would you want to hurt them?
Well, I mean,
they're my favorite
people
birds.
Run over them accidentally, but still you're not supposed to do anything to them. So that was interesting. But other than that, didn't really find anything else too interesting. And you have yet to go.
Yeah, I haven't gone.
Yeah, she hasn't gone yet.
Mm-mm.
So maybe we will be able to have another trip, and then we can all go out and try it, and then we'll see what happens there.
Sometimes I get scared that I'm going to be trying to think of something positive, but then something creeps up into my head like, what if we find this or what if we find that? And then it takes over. It takes over the search, and then we end up where we don't want to be, somewhere negative.
Well, we just don't think negative thoughts. Only think positive thoughts.
I don't think negative thoughts. It's just hard for me to have a clear thought of this
to clear your mind.
It's like when I go shopping. If I go shopping, I'm like, man, what if I run into this person, or what if I run into that person, or
oh my god,
what if I can't find? Yeah, all those
I don't think about that.
And they're working up there. It's not like I'm actually trying to think of it. They just creep into my head. My mind has its mind of its own.
This is why I told you that you should practice meditating and knowing how to clear your mind.
I don't know how to do that.
Exactly.
There's just too many things going up in there.
You have to learn how to clear your mind.
My mind controls my mind.
You have to learn how to clear your mind.
I don't know how to do that.
Not everybody knows how to clear their mind, but you can learn.
How do you learn how to clear your mind?
I don't know. You meditate.
How do I clear my mind?
You meditate. Like you sit there for a long time and you just meditate.
You're sitting there and you're like, okay, I need to meditate. I need to clear my mind. Clear my mind.
Well, you can try thinking of an empty.
That picture over there is crooked again.
Your eyes are supposed to be closed.
Now I see like little dots all over the place. What the heck am I looking at? Hold up. Clear my mind. Clear my mind.
See, your eyes are supposed to be closed. Yeah, but you're opening your eyes. Why are you looking at a picture?
No, I'm just saying that picture is crooked again.
Oh my God.
You know I have OCD.
Freaking command hooks.
But, you know, I'll close my eyes and I'll be thinking, clear my mind. And then next thing I know, I'm like, my foot is starting to fall asleep. Let me move my foot around. Hold up. Clear my mind. I'm starting to have my nose. I feel like I need to sneeze. And then how do I clear my mind?
I think there's a method where
I focus too much on too many things. Like, how do you empty your mind?
You just do? You don't think about anything?
I don't think that exists.
You just don't think about anything.
If you're thinking of clearing your mind, you're thinking.
You think about breathing. Breathe in, breathe out.
Yeah,
inhale,
I'll be like,
exhale.
What the heck?
Inhale. But see, you're not even trying if you're being
dizzy.
like, what the heck, and this and that. You're always just trying to find something else to think about.
It's not that I'm trying to find something
you
else.
You are, because you just don't think about
clear
it.
my mind. If I'm not saying clear my mind, I'm thinking about other things. I can't help what my mind thinks about.
Just think of a room, like a big empty space that's all white. Mm-hmm. Like a white, empty, blank space with nothing in it. And in this empty space, you are breathing in and out. And if you imagine that every time you breathe in and out, that space just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and just expands out. And it's just a space of nothing. It's just empty, white. Remember that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward went
from there?
Remember when Squidward went into this room or something, and it was just this white empty space and nothing, and he was just like nowhere, and then he started saying alone, and then it was like alone, like the word alone just kept appearing all over the place. Alone.
I don't know.
You can try this thinking of an empty space with nothing in it. You're just in this empty space with nothing.
I don't know how you just empty your head.
You just focus your mind.
Thinking about clearing your mind, you're still thinking.
Yeah, but you're just thinking about nothing, or you're thinking
about
emptiness.
How can you think about nothing if you
just think about emptiness?
Emptying your head.
You're thinking about you're not thinking about emptying your head. You're just, instead of thinking about the stuff in your head, you just replace it by thinking of like nothing, like of a blank, empty room with nothing in it, just nothingness. You just think of emptiness, like a big, large, empty, blank room with nothing in it. Or you can focus on the energy within your body instead of thinking about anything else. Meditate. Think deeply or focus one's mind for a period of time in silence or with the aid of chanting for religious or spiritual purposes or as method of relaxation. Think deeply or carefully about something. So meditate does not mean necessarily to clear your mind. Some people may do that. That is not what it has to be. Meditation can be you sitting there and just being there and just thinking all your thoughts. And then maybe when you're done, because you've spent that time going through all your thoughts, maybe your mind will have less thoughts running through it later because you have allowed yourself to play through everything that's in your mind. And then that allows you to relax later on because you've already had that time to like play out all those thoughts in your head. Meditation is different for everybody. For some people, meditation is being able to empty their mind, and maybe some people can do that and that's what they find enjoyable. For some people, meditating, which they teach you in the manifestation book, a form of the meditation they're teaching you is not a meditation of emptying your mind. It's a meditation where you sit there and you
picture yourself and everything you want to do.
Exactly. You imagine yourself in the life that you want to be. That is meditation.
But you're saying clear your mind. I can't clear my mind.
You don't have to clear your mind to meditate.
All right. I do that all the time. I always close my eyes and just picture myself where I want to be, and that's what I focus on.
So I cannot clear my meditate. Mind. You can meditate.
What I said was,
I'm sure if you meditated for 24 hours,
clear my mind.
I'm sure if you meditated for 24 hours straight, eventually your mind would be clear. But you're not gonna do that. So I wouldn't say. If I
meditate for 24 hours, I'll end up falling asleep.
I wouldn't say that you cannot clear your mind. It's just that you would not meditate for a long enough period of time to achieve that. Doesn't mean it can't be done.
know if my mind ever clears. Like I said, even when I'm sleeping,
nobody's mind truly ever clears because sometimes your brain has to think about things.
My brain waves are so freaking active that even when I'm sleeping, I'll wake up out of a sleep with a thought.
Everybody does.
No, you sleep your full term.
Says
Does
who?
your thought ever wake you up?
Sometimes. Everybody is like that. Nobody, I guarantee you there's nobody out there who
that's why I can't
who
sleep.
will just sit somewhere and just not think of anything.
That's why I have a hard time going to sleep. That's why I'll wake up in the middle of the night a couple of times. I can never have that deep sleep that they talk about. I don't think I've ever had that.
Well, you wouldn't know unless you had a sleep analysis done.
They wanted to do that to me.
To see if you go into a deep sleep or not.
I was like, I can't sleep with all that stuff on me.
Yeah. I mean, you can find out if you go into a deep sleep, but you would have to be analyzed. I mean, his watch tells him when he goes into like a deep sleep. You can wear his watch one night.
But that's his.
You could wear the watch and then have it analyze your sleep and see if you go into a deep. You might. It just might not be for a long period of time.
No, because when you go into a deep sleep,
he had a full REM cycle in like what, 4 hours or something like that. So if you sleep for 4 hours, you can have a full REM cycle. And
the minute his head hits the pillow, he's snoring.
Yeah, Alvy has that gift. I wish I could just like
lay down
too. The only time I can put my head on a pillow and fall right asleep is if I had a really exhausting day.
Not even.
And I'm just really tired.
Because sometimes I'm so tired I can't sleep. The only way that if I hit the pillow and I'm out like a light, I would have to drink something that knocks me out. I
don't like the idea of taking anything that will make me fall asleep. I can't.
I get scared.
I would rather just stay awake all night.
I get scared to take anything that's going to knock me out. Because if I need to get up on an emergency, I can't get up.
You're going to be like drowsy.
See, that's another thing that runs through my head. Like,
I will not take.
I need to be aware.
That's why I don't take
of my
sleeping.
surroundings even when I'm sleeping.
I don't take sleeping. I've never have and I never will take a sleeping pill. Because I don't like anything that is going to knock me out. I don't like things that affect the abilities of my body.
One time
to that degree.
I was having sleep
paralysis.
No. Oh. When you can't sleep.
Sleep paralysis.
No. When you can't sleep. Jeez, I can't think.
I was going to say dementia. No, it's oh my God, what's it called? It's called
sleep apnea.
No, it's not sleep apnea. It's oh my God, what is that word?
Anyway, I can't think. Anyway,
insomnia.
Insomnia. That's
the word.
Sleep. I had insomnia, so I had it so bad, but I didn't want to take a prescription. So I was reading up on what you can take naturally. And the teas weren't working. Nothing was working. Oh. No, those teas, they didn't work. Sleepy time.
Yeah, they don't put me to sleep either. They don't do anything.
They did nothing for me. But I read about melanoma. Not melanoma. That's skin cancer. What is that called? I know it starts with an M. It's a pill. It's made out of like natural flowers and stuff.
They give it to dogs and stuff too.
Anyway, I took it and I felt like I took a prescription medication.
Yeah,
I did not like how I felt when I woke up.
It helps you calm down.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I know what you're talking about. It does start with an M.
Yeah, it's like molecular.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. They give them to animals and stuff. They give them to dogs to calm them down and stuff and make them go to sleep.
Melatonin. That's what it's called. It's melatonin. Okay. They give it to babies and stuff. I don't think they should give it to babies because a baby can't tell you how they wake up. I mean, it had me groggy. And I just took one pill. Just one pill. I did not like the effects whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I threw the whole bottle away, actually.
Some people live on that. No.
I can't.
Yeah.
I need to be alert. And I don't feel like I went into a really full sleep. Maybe because I was fighting how I was feeling, maybe. And that's why I couldn't like get that full benefit of the pill? Because you know how when you don't feel right and it's making you feel like drowsy and you're trying to fight it?
That was the whole reason you took it, though.
But I didn't think it was going to make me feel like that. I thought it was just going to give me a natural, like, okay, I feel tired.
How strong was it?
I'm sleepy. I don't know. It was one little pill. It was a capsule. And they have them in gummy bears and stuff like that. And
yeah, I don't like feeling drowsy. I hate that feeling. I hate when I have those dreams. You ever have dreams where, like, in the dream you just get so drowsy and you can't, like, move or speak properly and all that? Oh my God, I hate that feeling in a sleep. I hate that feeling when I'm dreaming and I'm just drowsy and I can't keep my eyes open. I can't talk or move.
You're trying to stand up and you can't. It's like,
oh my God, you have those dreams. We always talk about this, the dream where you're trying to run away, but you can't move fast enough and you're grabbing at the ground with your arms and like dragging yourself as if you're just a corpse. I mean, not a corpse, as if you're just a torso with arms trying to run down a concrete sidewalk and you're just like grabbing and dragging yourself on the freaking floor. Anybody else have those dreams? You're just a torso with arms trying to run.
Those dreams, they're horrible. Yes. And you wake up tired, like,
or you're trying to talk to somebody and the words are coming out like you're drunk. You're like, yeah, and I know. Or you're trying to yell and like there's no voice coming out of you.
Yes.
Like, no, I said this. And there's like no voice coming out of you.
And you're trying to scream, but you can't scream. And then you wake up screaming like, ah!
Or I had the dreams where I'm trying to keep my eyes open. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm like seeing through my eyelids partially. I know I am awake. I'm talking to you, but like my eyes are like closed. You're like partially seeing through your eyelids. I know I can get into this car. Like, what is with those dreams, man?
What about those dreams where you're driving a car and next thing you know, you're like, you sit in a car, but as you're driving, it just turns into you holding a steering wheel and you're like walking around.
That's where they got the idea for those cartoons.
I think so.
Or how about where you're driving a car, but you're in the wrong seat?
Yeah. Or
I don't even know.
Or you're in a
there's
car,
no steering wheel.
Yeah, next thing you know,
no steering wheel.
It's like no doors, no nothing, but you're sitting there and it's like you're pedaling with your feet and you're like, what the heck happened to my car?
Like in a Flintstones car.
It's like, or you get there and you're like, where's my car? I know I parked my car somewhere. It was right here, I swear. And you can't find your car. Those are horrible dreams.
It's not right.
No, it's not. Or how about when you're trying to read?
It's not right.
And you're like focusing on what you're trying to read and you can't read.
No,
and you're still focusing and you're like, oh, why can't I read this?
I hate the dreams when I'm trying to call 911 or something and I can't dial the numbers on the phone.
I know.
Or I'm trying to call somebody I know and like their number is saved on my phone, but you can't like find their number. You can't turn on the phone.
Their number was in
You're
here.
Like trying to look for that. You keep pressing the button and it's like not calling. You're like, what's wrong with my phone? I had a dream one time. I actually did.
Yeah.
I actually was able to call 911, but when I called, they were like, no.
It's like, what?
I think I said I need help or something because someone's trying to kill me, and they were like, no,
someone's chasing me and I can't grab
no,
enough at the
police
sidewalk.
Station. They were like, the police station is closed now.
Or how about when you get into those fights with somebody and you're like punching and you
oh
feel
my God, and you're punching air
but
and
then
it's like the softest punch.
It's like nothing, like
oh my gosh. Yes, I had dreams of trying to fight someone and you're coming with all this force and it's just the lightest tap on their face. You're like, yeah. And you're just like tapping their face.
Yeah, it's like, what's that about?
Yeah, I just end up trying to like slam their head into the sidewalk or something. I don't know.
Or when you kick, but your leg can't go up, and you're like, why isn't my leg hitting?
Oh, I don't know about kicking. In my dreams, I never have legs. I'm just torso with arms. Most of the time, I'm just a torso with arms. Like, do I even have legs in my dreams? No. Sorry. The brain can only make the torso and arms.
How about when you're having a dream and you got to use the bathroom and every time you try to sit on the toilet, it's not even working. There's no water in there. It's like, what?
Oh my gosh.
How am
There's no toilet.
Or you're trying to
use the toilet pee in a bucket
private and everybody's just walking around and you're like, hey, I'm trying to use the bathroom here. Like, what the heck?
Or you're like, trying to find somewhere to use the bathroom. It's like a bucket. Like, I'm not gonna pee in a bucket in the trash can.
Or you sit down and you feel like you're sitting on a chair and you're like, I'm gonna pee. Oh my gosh.
I have had a dream where I went into this like huge bathroom, but like half of the bathrooms are like outside with no doors. There's no doors.
No doors.
You go into a stall. You go into a stall. There's like 2 toilets and there's somebody else who's using the bathroom. It's like, hello, private stalls, please.
To use the bathroom.
You try to close the door. The door doesn't close, or the door doesn't fit. You know, have you ever had that? The door doesn't fit. It's like the door is made for half of the size of the frame. So you try to close the door, not happening. It's like,
you can still see me.
Right?
I don't know what that's dreams about. That you're walking around and next thing you know, you look down and you have no shirt on and you're wearing just panties. And you're walking around outside in the street like naked. Like, what the heck happened to my clothes? Relate. And then you're trying to find clothes and you can't find any clothes.
I can't relate. Like, I'm just a torso with arms. I'm just a torso with arms. I don't have to worry about underwear. Am I wearing clothes? I don't know.
Weird dreams.
Don't know if I'm wearing clothes or not. I'm just a torso with arms.
Do you have a blouse on?
I don't know.
Do you have a shirt, a t-shirt?
I don't know. One time I had a dream. I was
long arms trying to reach for the ground as you pull yourself, whether it's grass or concrete, and just.
But the people around me are running perfectly fine.
I know.
It's so offensive to me. I'm like trying to drag myself.
And then
trying to drag myself. Nothing. I'm like, wait for me. I can't move fast enough.
I'm coming.
But then, you know, you can't scream because you're jerks in your dream. You're just like trying to drag yourself. Yeah.
Oh, those dreams.
Weird stuff. I had a dream that I've had dreams that I was killed. Remember, I told you one time I got killed and then they chopped me up into pieces and I was like put inside of a closet and like my body was chopped in pieces, but in the closet I could look out and see like the classroom. It was like in a classroom. I don't know. That was a weird dream I had.
That's creepy.
Yeah. I've died multiple times in my dreams.
Nightmares.
Yeah, you know how people say that when you die in your dreams, you die in real life? That's BS. I've died so many times in my dreams, it's not even funny. Or that like you fall in real life. That's not true. Mm-hmm. Like if you fall and you don't wake up.
I have fallen in my dream, but I actually fell off the bed.
Oh, well, that's a special
I hate
case.
those dreams that you're falling, and then when you wake up, it's like,
yeah. Or how about you're trying to fall asleep, and right when you start going into a sleep state, you start feeling like you're falling, and then you get up and you're like, dang it, I'm trying to go to sleep.
And then you're like, you feel like you're falling, like,
as you're trying to go to sleep. So like you're falling into a sleep state, but all of a sudden you feel like you're actually falling, and then you just wake right back up. You're like, oh, I almost was asleep. I hate when that happens. Hate that. Well, I hate when it happens to Alfie.
I sleep now I'll have just 4 hours left.
Man, there was like
I hate that.
There was like a week where Alfie, for a week straight, every single night right when she was falling asleep, she would have the like falling thing and wake up and be like, ugh. And I was like, ugh. I was so mad all the time. I was just like, really? Every freaking night.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Gotta wait for you to fall and wake up before I can go to sleep.
How about your father going to sleep and wanting to kick somebody and kicks me?
Kick you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hate that.
Oh my God.
It's like, who are you kicking? It's like, boom, boom.
You're like, yeah, I felt something impeding my leg space and I had to get it out of the way.
Oh no, I was dreaming that I was fighting and I was kicking somebody.
Why is he always fighting someone?
I don't know, because he's
why
playing
is he always
his video
kicking?
Games. It's those video games.
Why is he always kicking?
He plays them right before going to sleep. So all he's thinking about is the game. I don't know. He's always
Kicking's not part of the game.
He's always kicking.
Kicking is not part of the game.
I don't know.
Yeah. Dreams. Crazy.
We are so off topic.
I know. I'm like, we went from
Randonautica
to manifesting to meditating to dreams. Oh, to falling asleep to dreams. But yeah, the dreams thing always gets me.
But those are true stories. Unfortunately.
True story.
True story.
True story.
Can't make that
happen to me. I know. I'm like, ugh. Dreams are such weird things because like your mind is making that stuff. It's like mind.
Is it really
Get it together.
That stuff up?
It's your mind. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's the dream person who goes around and sprinkles dream dust on you so you can have your dreams.
Mr. Sandman.
Oh yeah, Sandman. He comes around and gotta sprinkle the dream dust on you.
Yeah, once he puts the there's nights where I don't get the sprinkles, so I don't have any dreams. I haven't had a dream really in like a week.
I had a dream not that long ago. I just remember what I dreamt about. Yeah. I used to dream more than I dream now. I used to lucid dream a lot. Now, not so much.
Yeah. I just realized I haven't had a dream in like over a week.
Anyways.
Well, alrighty.
So now that we've gone off topic for a long extended period of time and talked about all these random things, we're going to talk about the next topic, which was van life. I'll let you go off on that.
Van life?
Van
really?
life. That's what you said, van life.
No,
you said van life. Go off.
It's like apparently is a trend that's going on, and it really
started by yours truly, Dean. I mean, not yours truly. Yours truly implies me.
Actually, it's been going on around for a while. It's just trending more. Like the past 2 years?
I don't know.
But this year really went like over the top because, of course, the coronavirus and the situation, and a lot of business closing, a lot of people losing their jobs, a lot of people couldn't work, they couldn't afford their apartments, so a lot of them dished their homes and apartments and moved into a van. Now, I'm sorry, I need a full bathroom. There's no bathroom in these vans, so I'm just wondering where they're taking their showers.
I guess it's not the same as an RV where you can have a shower and a toilet.
Exactly. That's more than downsizing. I mean, what are they doing? Taking bird baths?
Super downsizing. What about tiny homes? I'd rather have a tiny home because if you have a full bathroom and everything in it.
Even if you have a tiny home, you're still on a property that you need to pay for.
Oh, so they just don't want to be on a property at all.
They don't want to own anything. They just want to be able to gas and go.
Here's my thing. You could get.
They don't want to live in an RV park. They don't want to live. They just want to gas and go. So
well, I mean, that's kind of cool. You just drive around the world, visiting random places. But how do they make money?
It's cool
to afford gas.
I mean, it's cool if you're just, traveling, but not to live in. There's a family of 4 actually living in this van, in a van. Okay. There's no bathroom.
They had to stop
somewhere.
Where
are they using the bathroom? Where are they taking a shower? Are these people bird bathing? Because that's disgusting to me.
Bird bathing? I don't know. Maybe they take showers in springs and rivers and stuff like that, like how they used to back in the day. Just some soap, go out into a river, take a shower in a river. It could be done. That's how they used to do it way back when.
Well, way back when, water was cleaner. Now a lot of places it's hard. You have to be in a spring.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
If you find a spring, apparently there's gonna be other people there, not just you.
Well, some people put on their bathing suits and shower in their bathing suit.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Or they consider taking a dip in the water.
For some people, but for me, it doesn't work.
Or they consider a dip in the water to be a shower.
So apparently, you can go on YouTube and you can see like the Vanlife, pound Vanlife,
hashtag
or pound hashtag.
Oh, I was like, did you say hashtag pound? You mean
no,
I mean
pound hashtag.
What? It's hashtag Vanlife.
Hashtag Vanlife. So you can like go on YouTube and see some videos. You could do some research. It's really becoming very popular.
I would be hashtag RV life.
To get a van up to par, to have like where for you to sleep and the little kitchen and whatever, it can start at about $100K and more.
For a van, I would rather buy an RV. Van. You could buy an RV for that price that has a bathroom.
Yeah,
you could buy an RV that has a bathroom at that price.
But the thing is that with an RV, you can't park anywhere. Whereas with a van, you can pretty much park anywhere.
You can park on the street with anything.
Sure, you can just park on the street where there's
not
other
if it's
people
private
parked.
Property.
The street is not, as long as your van is not sitting there every single day, you can park for the night there. You can't park an RV there for the night. You can't. they will, that takes up too much space. A van is it's just about the size of a Jeep or a SUV. It's about the same size. There's no, it's considered a car. It's not like a trailer or campers and stuff like that where they're huge. It's just a van. So you can park it anywhere.
I don't think I would live a van life. I would live an RV life. No. Maybe. I would have an RV, but I would have to have.
I would still have to have a home that sits still.
Have like a small, like buy a little piece of land, like buy a piece of land, build a little house on it or something, and that's just your place you come back to, and then you can go travel, come back.
Yeah, but these people dish the mortgages, rent, and all that to live in the van.
Maybe they're just smarter. I don't owe anybody any money. I mean, they got to pay for the van though.
They just pay for the maintenance.
Can't get out of paying taxes.
If you don't work and you don't own property, you don't pay taxes. The only taxes you pay for is the
things that
you buy.
How do you live? You can't. You have to buy stuff. You have to make an income. Yeah, but you have to make an income.
I don't know.
So you got to make your money from somewhere, which means you're paying taxes.
Maybe they do odd jobs here and there.
Yeah, but they're still paying taxes on that income.
Maybe they work from a computer.
My point is they're still paying taxes on their income. So it's not like you can't just go. It's not like they went off the grid. And even off the grid, you still have like a job or something. Still paying taxes.
No, some people that live off the grid live off their land. They buy nothing. They make everything themselves.
The government could never.
Well, it depends where you live.
They can never let it happen.
It depends where you live.
There's only like a couple places you can live off the grid.
There's only a couple of states that allow you to live completely off the grid.
What a dream. Live off your own vegetables and fruits and all that. But that's not van life. That's off the grid. Hashtag
off the grid.
Yeah, where's the hashtag off the grid life?
I don't know.
Yeah, so I would not be van life, but
van life for me gets
to each your own. Yeah, thumbs down on van life.
Not for me. For us.
Not for me.
Not for us. If it works for you, hey,
more power to you.
More power. That's less bills you
gotta
job.
Pay. You don't have to pay a mortgage.
No light bill,
congratulations.
No,
congratulations.
No mortgage, no rent.
You are not a materialistic person tied to material objects. Congratulations.
They still have a material object. Their van is a material object.
Yeah, but not to like the extent of a house and literally everything that you have in here that wouldn't even fit in a van. Half the stuff wouldn't even fit in a van. Stuff you don't even use. Rid of
like half of my clothes.
Stuff you don't even use. Here's my thing.
Shoes.
I don't mind like minimalist living.
I don't
throw
mind
away most things except for just the stuff that I need.
Yeah, I don't mind downsizing and just keeping things that I need.
Do you know what downsizing means? It means not having like a storage full of stuff.
Yeah.
That's not downsizing.
Actually, a lot of these people have storages.
I would have a storage and I would put my seasonal decorations in there.
There are a lot of these van life people that have storage.
Well, it's illegal to live in a storage unit.
They don't live in a storage unit. They just keep
I know,
things
I'm just kidding.
in a storage unit. I guess things that they can't carry with them everywhere. So they'll keep it in a
storage living.
I don't know. There
hashtag storage.
Oh yeah, I know.
That live
in storage units. Okay.
One time I was helping my friend move her stuff out of storage, and there was somebody living in a storage thing, and you could hear like the radio and everything going in their storage unit.
Well, some of them do a lot of work in there, like woodworking.
No, it was like past hours. It was really late.
Yeah, they could have been woodworking or something.
I don't think they were.
Painting, woodworking. Some people pull cars in there and work on their cars depending on the size.
No, this was not a storage place. The storage, this storage place is not, you can't access it outside. You have to go inside and there's like hallways and then there's all the storage units inside. You can't drive a car in it. You can't do that. You have to like walk to the storage unit inside. Like if you're going to an apartment.
There getting rid of a body.
Like if you're going to an apartment.
Maybe they were
Thank you for that image.
Maybe they were in there chopping somebody up or something.
Yeah, and they're just playing that music in the background.
The music, yep.
As they're like chopping up a body.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what goes on in one of those storage things? Creepy. You wouldn't catch me going in there after hours.
I mean, as long as they keep up on their payments, who's going to be going in there checking?
Sorry. Actually, I mean, they do walk around. So, I mean, they can hear.
Nobody walked around the whole time we were in there moving stuff in and out. That was like a 2-hour period or something like that. There's nobody there checking. I mean, they check like the people who when you drive in and when you drive out.
But if you're in a place where they look at the cameras, which they're supposed to be looking at the cameras, and they see people coming in but they're not leaving, then they're like, we gotta check we gotta check these units because there's somebody that goes in at night and they're not coming out until the next day.
I never worked for a storage unit company, so I don't know their protocols.
I don't know. Anyway, see how we keep going off
talk
topic.
To me about,
first we talk about van life, now we're talking about storage and what people
talk to me about theme parks. I could tell you theme park protocol, but I can't tell you about storage unit protocols. I don't know. Only for the place. I don't know. I don't think I would want to work in a storage unit place.
Why not? Because it's like an apartment.
Because there's too much of a vibe of creepiness that could happen at any given moment. I don't know. This is too weird for me.
It is kind of weird. I mean, you never know what they're saying.
Yeah, because of you, every day I would go in like, oh my God, there's somebody like hiding a dead body in a unit. Every time I smell something funny, I'm going to be like, oh my God, what if it's a dead body in a storage unit?
Sorry, get that out of your head.
I can get paid enough for this. We don't get paid enough for that.
Be like, Mom, you ruined my thoughts.
Yeah, nope, storage unit, no. Moving on.
Moving on.
We're going to wrap up today's podcast and we're going to totally stay on topic. We're going to talk about,
and
I don't know. We're going to talk about keto and how that's been going for us. So with the keto, we did a podcast really early on when we first started talking about us doing the keto diet. We have been on the keto diet for a little over 2 months now. And let me pull up my thing so I can tell you how much weight I have lost since I started. All right. So since I started keto, I have lost 16 pounds. Well, according to my, what's this called? Fit Index. According to my Fit Index app, which is where I weigh myself every day and it calculates everything, it says I have lost a total of 16 pounds, that I have went down 3.5 on my BMI, and I have lost 5.4% of body fat.
I've lost 12 pounds since I started. I get stuck a lot. I don't know if it happens to a lot of people, but I mean, I'd rather be losing and not gaining, even though I get stuck, or sometimes I'll gain and then I lose and then I gain. But I do notice that ever since I've added tequila to my diet. Now, I don't recommend this to everybody. That's your personal preference. It's just mine. It's just something that I read and I gave it a try and it is working for me. But ever since I added tequila to my diet, I take a shot. Me and your wife, Alvi, we take a shot every night. And we do our little lime salt shot.
Yeah.
And I notice that when I forget to take a shot or I don't take a shot before I go to bed, I'll either gain weight. But when I do take my shots, I might not gain any weight, but I'll stay the same or I'll lose. So I noticed that I lost more while doing the tequila shots than not doing it at all. So
I don't take tequila shots because I don't do hard liquor.
I mean, it's 12 pounds. It's slowly coming off. It's not. I don't want something that's going to come off really fast, although I thought about doing something to bring some weight off really fast and then just going and following keto. But I don't know. I don't want to mess with my metabolism.
Yeah.
It's working slowly, but it's still working.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather slowly lose it than just keep gaining. So if that makes any sense.
I agree. I like it because, like you said, it has been a slower weight loss, but it feels a little bit more natural. Yes. And it doesn't feel like it's a big burden on our life or anything like that. Whereas other programs that are more strict, you are really restricting yourself for a long period of time. So you're kind of like, when you're going through the process, like, oh, when is it going to end? When is it going to end? And you just keep looking for like that last day. But you're getting the results that you want. And then when you're done, it kind of,
well, I just
may or may not
want to put it
off.
out there too. I mean, a keto diet for someone who eats regularly all the time would be a hard thing to get used to. We were not sugar people. We had eliminated a lot of things from our diet that was no good for us.
Soda.
Way before we started keto. Like we didn't drink soda. We didn't use any sugar that was not organic sugar or honey,
cane sugar,
or pure cane sugar, or like coconut sugar. We read every label. We made sure we made a lot of our own foods just to stay healthy. So we did a huge turnaround on adding more natural, organic foods to our life. So the keto diet didn't really make that much of a difference for us. It's just more like we're counting our carbs.
Right.
Where before we weren't. So, and there's a lot of carbs that we were eating normally, like sweet potato, bananas, gluten-free flour, or whole natural flour, or organic flour. We're not using those. So the most that we missed was like bread, her with the bagel.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When you go keto and then, you're limiting yourself to like 25 grams of carbs a day, or in some cases 50 grams or less a day. And then you're like,
depends what works.
And then you look at that and you think that doesn't seem like something that you can hit very quickly. Oh my gosh. When I looked at some of the foods we used to eat, like for example, totones, when we used to eat those, or the plátano maduro, those contain like 50 something grams of carbs for like 3 pieces.
Something like that.
Freaking insane. And then we look back and we're like, dang, we used to eat like 6 of those at a time. And then we had pizza and we had potato and we had this and that and the other. I was like, no wonder we were gaining all this weight.
But keep in mind, our pizza was either gluten-free or we made it here at home.
But it doesn't matter because even the gluten-free,
carbs, everything, so much carbs.
Gluten-free doesn't have that many less carbs than regular.
No, but what I'm saying is it does have less than,
but not much,
because other stuff has all these other added ingredients that have other added carbs. And anyway, our breads were always natural, and all of our food choices were always natural, but they were hard. They're so high on carbs.
I know.
Like one day we were like, oh man, some totones. I would love to have a toton. That was our thing that we ate all the time. And then we're like, well, how many carbs does it have? What? That's like my whole day. What was it, like 20 something?
No, it's 50.
Oh, 50 something for 3 pieces.
3 pieces.
So for
54 grams of carbs.
So for one, it was almost 20. That's like half of my whole day.
It's crazy.
In carbs.
I looked at it and I said, nope, not worth it.
Yeah. And then so your brain starts thinking differently. And
I used to eat those so plentifully.
I know.
It's no wonder doing the that program that we did, Nutrimost or something. The Nutrimost program.
The Nutrimost.
Yeah, doing the Nutrimost program, and then you get off of it, and then I would start eating stuff like totones and everything like that, like things that are carby.
Yes,
because they are permitted. But yeah, I was still like gaining all the weight back. I'm like, well, now I know why. Because I was eating all of these carbs, even though they're considered to be healthy. Really, they're not that healthy.
No. It also depends on your body. Your body breaks food down differently than everybody else. Everybody's different. So a piece of sweet potato I can eat, and it might not do anything to me, but somebody else can eat it and they'll gain like a pound or 2. Mm. So everybody breaks, their body down differently. A little bit about the Nutrimost. When I first got into that program, it had a hand scanner. They don't do that anymore. Now they give you a questionnaire to fill out, which I don't like. But when they had the hand scanner, it was the best. And I mean, like, God sent best program.
Oh my gosh.
Out there for you.
That reminds me. I'm talking about the hand scanner on Nutrimost. I was scrolling through the Twitters one day and I found a post that was talking about this test that they do that you can take that will tell you what foods trigger certain allergies or what foods are best for you to consume in your diet for you to lose weight and stuff like that.
They have blood tests.
I don't remember what it's called, but you can look it up, like blood tests for your diet. And there are places that you can do like a blood sample or like samples that you do. And they can tell you like what foods you can eat and what foods you can't eat, like what foods are best for your diet, for your metabolism.
Program was.
Kind of want to try something like that. It's kind of expensive though. Like they're expensive to do.
But it's so worth it. Like Nutrimost, when it first came out, it was so expensive.
You consider that?
It was so expensive. It was like $1,800 for the program. It's a 40-day thing that you're doing. And then you start adding foods back into your life. the thing was that you put your hand on the scanner and it scanned you and it told you what foods you need to stay away from and what foods were good for you, which is something that I don't care a questionnaire cannot do. It has to be something that is either blood drawn or your body scan. It has to be that way. There's no questionnaire in the world that you can do that is going to help you figure out what foods are best for you.
Yeah.
It's just not, because half the time the questionnaires, you don't even answer it correctly, or you don't know how to answer it because there's a lot of stuff that we don't understand in the questionnaires and stuff. So it's really not it's not an accurate reading of what is good for you to eat and what is not.
Yeah.
And I hate questionnaires because questionnaires are so generic. I mean, give me a blood test and tell me what let my body tell you through a blood test or a scanner what I need to eat, because I don't know.
I agree.
Everybody's body types are different.
I agree.
So
I would like to try that test they do.
I mean, it's worth it.
I don't know if it's a blood test or if it's some other type of test. I think it's a blood test, and they run it through like all these different things, and it tells you like what you should be consuming, what you shouldn't be consuming, like what makes you gain weight, what you can eat that will actually like help your metabolism, stuff like that. And they can actually tell, because even on like when we were talking about the keto diet and everything and what the keto does, how it gets you into ketosis, the only way to truly test you for
is through blood or
your body to see if it's in ketosis is through your blood. Because ultimately when you break down the food and everything in your body, it can be read through your bloodstream. So maybe you might consider doing the blood test one, where
I do want to do the blood test. I want to find excuse me. I want to find somewhere that I can go and get an actual blood test that but not a blood test that like a doctor just come. No, I want a full blood test of all the stuff that my body has, so that it can tell me what vitamins that I need to take, what foods I need to eat. Too. So it gives you, that's what the plan was. When you put your hand on the scanner, it read the vitamins that I needed for my body. It read the foods that I needed to stay away from. It read the foods that I should focus more on. And it worked. I lost a lot of weight. I felt really good. I looked good. But now they took the scanners away because a couple of people didn't truly follow, or it didn't work for them, or for whatever reason. And so they took the scanners away and they brought these questionnaires that I hate.
Oh yeah, the government got involved.
I hate questionnaires. I hate it.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never tried anything. I've never tried anything like that, except that I did the program based off of how you told me to do it, and like I followed the books. I didn't actually pay for the program. I just followed how it says to do it, so I never got scanned or anything like that, told what was good or what wasn't good for me. I just did like the cheapo version of it where I just got a cheaper similar products to it, and then I like did it like that myself, and it worked for me the first time I did it. The second time I did it, I don't know what happened, but it was not working for me. Because in the program you're supposed to do steak days or an apple day when you gain weight, so that when you gain like 2 pounds or more, something like that, so that you can lose the weight. It wasn't working for me. I would do multiple steak days and still not lose the weight and everything. So I don't know what happened. It just stopped working for me.
Yeah, I know. I did the program twice. It had hand scanners. The third time when I went back after my car accident, that I was gaining weight from getting
the steroid
injections in my back and my neck. I went back and I was like, when am I going to scan they took that away. There's this like whole article online on why they took it away. Gosh. And they're like, now it's a questionnaire. And I was like, and I don't know if it was because, I mean, I paid for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And I ended up saying, give me back the 2 rounds and I'll just do 1 round and see how it works. And unfortunately, it did not. It was just like any other diet. To me, it instead of it being a program, it ended up just being another diet that didn't work. And, after years of trying everything out there and finally finding something that actually worked, they took that away too. So I mean, it worked so well. I would have paid whatever.
Yeah.
To continue doing it.
Well, I'm sure
and the thing was that not only did it work, I mean, I did 2 rounds. I went from almost 290 almost 270 to 195 in 2 rounds. That's good.
It was 80 days.
That's really good. I did those 2 rounds. I went down to 195 and I kept myself at 195 for almost 6 years before my accident.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And now I can't find a program like that again.
Yeah, unfortunately that's not still around.
Please bring it back. Please bring the scanners back.
Yeah.
I pay whatever.
I'm sure that there will be something else out there.
Well, I can always try the blood test. Like find a dietitian who works with the blood test and figures out a plan for you according to how the blood test comes out. So,
maybe they're able to do the blood testing because it's a little bit more like scientifically accepted to perform a blood test for accuracy than it is to scan somebody's hand.
I mean, I would try that.
Maybe they did something and like the hand scan was like inaccurate for like one person, and then
inaccurate.
Maybe for other people it was, and so because of that they were just like, oh nope, not good enough. You can't use this anymore.
Actually, when they had the hand scanner, they had way more. I mean, to me,
like a biometric.
The more people had success than they didn't.
Is it a biometric scanner that they use?
It's like a biometric thing.
It's kind of like the biometric scales that we stand on that tells you your body fat and all that.
Exactly.
And they say that that's not like fully accurate, which is why they can't really be used for, for medical purposes, I guess.
This isn't medical.
They had to say it's like 100%.
This was a program to lose weight.
Yeah, but it's like a FDA regulated type thing. You know how that goes.
Anyway, ever since they took that away, the doctor that I went to do that program, that I did it twice, after they took the hand scanners away, I think he let that go. And now he's doing something else because he has so many success stories, way more success stories than any. First off, he's a serious doctor. When you went in there, he told you straight out, if you're not going to be 100% committed to this plan, then you might as well just walk out that door. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. And don't waste your money, because you have to be 100. There is no cheat days. You have to be committed 100%. There is no, I lost 3 pounds, I'm going to eat a pizza. No, because it's a 40-day commitment. And then after the 40 days, the easement going back into natural foods, because you're detoxing your body and you have to detox it for 40 days. So if you're going to sneak a pizza or a candy bar or something, then it's not going to work. Yeah. It's not going to work. You're not detoxing and cleansing your body. You're making your body new again. So he had almost 100% success rate.
I'm sure there are people who didn't really follow the whole thing through and said they were not doing cheat days, but they were doing cheat days.
Some said, this program is way too strenuous. There's no cheat days. I'm sorry. There should never be a cheat day, no matter what program you're doing, because you're never going to get the success that you need.
Well, since we've been doing the keto thing, technically, I still consume like 50 or less carbs a day. Before I was doing like 25. Mm-hmm. I'm technically eating some things now that aren't really keto. Like I started eating bagels again for breakfast. Mm-hmm. I started eating these bagel thins.
See, I think they're Thomas. I think it's Thomas bagel. Like, I want to, but no. I get scared.
I think they're Thomas bagels. I started eating those now. They're like the bagel thins. They have like 20. I think it's like 20 carbs in one bagel. So I started eating those with cream cheese and stuff.
Did you gain any weight?
But I've been eating them for the past 3 or 4 days, and I wasn't gaining any weight from them.
See, the thing is, it's not that you're going to gain weight, but it does slow down the process more, where if you're trying to get to a goal weight, it's going to take longer. That's all. That's all I think.
I'm like 14 pounds from my goal.
14.
Yeah, I got another 14 pounds to go.
I got too many to go to count.
I was trying to hit it by October, like before we leave for vacation. I wanted to be at my goal.
Well, you got.
So I still have the rest of August and September and then some of October. So I still have like almost 2 months. I think I can lose
that
the weight.
That means you got to get rid of the bagels.
Nah.
Get rid of the bagels. Nah, they're holding you.
No, they're not.
Come back down to 25 carbs.
I think I'm good. I used to do the high carb, low carb days. Before we went full on keto, I would do a high carb day where we just eat, which was really just eating regular carbs. And then a low carb day where we would eat 75 or less, something like that. That was a low carb day, which usually would have like a salad day. And now we just do keto all the time. And then we have like a regular day, salad day, regular day,
Didn't you do that because you read somewhere that if you do that, you're tricking your body or something?
Video. It's called metabolic confusion. And it was some video that I saw where this guy was talking about people with like our body types and stuff and how the carbs work. And he said that the high carb, low carb day is the best for your body type because it does like a metabolic confusion. So what you do is you have a day where you eat like regular carbs. And then so like your body would go to, instead of like storing them, you're trying to get your body to use them. So you do like a high carb day and then a low carb day. And it's supposed to be some kind of like confusion. So on the low carb day, you're using up the carbs instead of storing them.
But see, again, it comes back to what if my body is not responding really well to any of those carbs? Like, period. So, or even like vegetables or, I mean, it's weird to say, but there's certain vegetables that don't go with everybody.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I don't know. It's just something I guess you would have to like figure out.
I mean, I'm going to do some research on that, on the blood work and like talking to a dietitian or something that works that way. Because I don't want to go somewhere and get a blood work done and then find a dietitian. I need somebody that believes in both.
Right.
Like, and does both. So
I think the test thing is something you do online. I think they send you a kit and then you send something. I'm not sure which one it is. I don't know. There's different ones. You have to look at it.
Then I'm really going to look into that. So if I do find the kit, I'm going to purchase the kit. I'm going to try the kit.
I don't think
and
that
then I'll
do. I think it's a finger prick.
About it.
I think it's like a finger prick. I'm not sure because it takes your blood. I think it could be a finger prick type test.
Don't tell me it's something like that genealogy test and stuff where you swab yourself and you send it away.
No, it's a blood test. The genealogy is a swab of your mouth.
No. What I'm saying is it's not like one of those test kits that you receive and then you got to do the samples and then send it away.
I think so.
I get scared to send my stuff away.
Yeah, you do that and then you send it and then they analyze everything and then they send you the full report of everything. You have to look it up. I saw it on, I don't know the name of the company or anything, but I know I saw it. I know there's various places that offer stuff like that. So I don't know.
I'm going to look into it.
Yeah, would have to look into it.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to do the ancestry kit.
No, I don't. But if if
I do one, then it's kind of like forcing you into it.
I know.
Because if anybody in the family does it, it'll still link back to you. So it won't matter whether you do it or somebody else in the family does it. Like if I do it, you will suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
Because we share DNA.
My conscience is clear. So.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying you don't want to be. You don't want to be on the family tree.
No, if my DNA helps to find a murderer or somebody, you know.
Well, what if your DNA could help, but you just haven't done it
yet? Then let it help. I mean,
I don't know.
If it's gonna uncover some evilness, then yeah.
I don't know. My DNA is out there anyway. See, we got off topic.
How's your DNA out there?
Everybody's DNA is out there. You've never had your blood drawn or this or that or been to doctors, been tested, had this. Like your DNA or whatever is probably already out there.
No,
you've been fingerprinted. No. You're in the system.
Yeah, but I thought you were talking about like one of these companies like ancestries or something like that.
Oh, yeah, what are they going to do? Sell it to some third party in some other country? What are they going to do with my DNA? Clone me?
You don't know.
What do? Clone me into like make another one of me? They can't do that. It's illegal. Without my consent.
Is it true that if you do there's this ancestry or something like that you have to collect your spit in a tube and then send it to them?
No, I thought you swab your mouth and you put it in the tube and then you send it. They're all swabbing kits. I've never heard of one where you spit. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not versed in every ancestry kit ever made. So the ones I know of, you take a swab and then you swab your mouth, you put it in a tube and then you send it to them and then they send you back your ancestry chart.
Now they have a new one.
Let's do it. It's called we'll do 23andMe. That's one of the ancestry kits, and do it, and then we're going to find out what we are.
First off, the kits are.
Let's find out our origins.
Anywhere from.
They're expensive.
50.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 50 to like. Almost $300.
Any ancestry company out there, you want to sponsor us, just send us a thing and we'll do the ancestry thing. We can do it for free.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Anyway, they have.
I'll do it. Alvi will do it. She don't know what she is.
They have Ancestry Health.
She kind of knows what she is, but not really.
I don't need to know what I am. I am who I am.
I am a human.
I'm a human being, and that's all you need to know.
And see what you're connected to.
Although they say people with O negative are aliens, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's why you're such a freak. That's why you're so weird.
No,
that's not true.
We're all aliens.
Isn't it an interesting concept to understand how the blood types work? Like, how do people have different blood types? How do you have a different blood type than your child?
I know, right?
When we shared blood. It's interesting. It's fascinating.
Sometimes it's better not knowing about health.
About blood?
No,
about
health.
Blood types?
No, about health.
I don't know. So,
because it's like you could be living healthy and happy and yay, you're running around and you're doing all these fantastic things and you've never been sick, and then all of a sudden you take this test and they're like, oh, we found cancer cells in your body. And then you start focusing on that, and then next thing you know, you're like sick and dying.
Oh, well. I don't.
Sometimes it's just better not knowing.
I don't know what that has to do with the ancestry, but okay.
I mean, that's my opinion.
I don't know what the ancestry has to do with that. What does ancestry have to do with that, though? That's so random.
To play around with. Oh, because they have new ancestry health.
So you can, no, I don't need that.
You send in your sample and they can check for cancer.
We'll stick to the lighthearted stuff, like knowing our family tree.
Heart risk, cholesterol, blood clots, Lynch syndrome. They can like detect any kind of illnesses.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if people have a history in their family of it, this will be something good to do.
Oh, can they tell you about dementia and Alzheimer's?
I don't see it on their site.
That would be a good thing that you could do with the ancestry test.
Ancestry.com/health. Yep, they get
advancing
all the features of
leaps
ancestry
and bounds.
DNA plus traits. So, tree, search, DNA, health, help, extras.
All right, so that wraps up this podcast. We talked about 3 totally random things, from Randonautica to Vanlife to Keto to ancestry kits to what happens when you're dreaming. I don't know what happened on this podcast. This is what happens when we have a plan to talk about something like The Bachelor and then it's not available, and then we just start coming up with all these like random things we can talk about instead. So let us know if you enjoyed this random episode. Do you like this format where we just talked about random things, or do you prefer these structured ones where we actually have a plan and we talk about certain things in a structured order? Let us know. Hopefully next week there will actually be an episode to cover. If so, we will have a regularly scheduled content where we go over The Bachelor. That would be posted next week, Wednesday. And this Friday, we don't have a plan yet, I guess, as to what we're talking about this Friday, do we?
No.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens this Friday. So hope that you are staying safe, happy, and healthy, and manifesting everything you desire out of life.
Amen.